Hello frenzy, my name is Kate Shark and welcome back to Horrorween and Scarlet Hollow. So, the first episode was not as long as I thought it was going to be, which I realized because I didn't continue the story. I just went home rather than going to Sybil's, which probably would have added like another hour to the game. But we have day 1 done, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with chapter 2, because I'm really excited for this. And I know we saw this last time, I apologize. It'll be fine. Yeah, we're talking about minor towns. I don't know of any mining towns in North Carolina. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Just because I don't know of any doesn't mean they aren't here. Mining towns in NC. Oh. Well, just tell me, like, the gem mining, because that's a big thing. Like, in the mountains is, like, some gem mines that people do. Because that's right, we do have the Emerald Village. I forgot about that. That's where you can go, you know, panning for gems and stuff. I've never done it, but... The main gem collecting counties are Alexander. Oh, really? We have some in Alexander County? That's like next door. Mitchell and Macon. I didn't know we had a Macon County. Doesn't have any active commercial gold mines, which I knew that. That was for sure. Yeah, it seems like most of it's gem mining more than anything, which I knew that's a big attraction here. Lots of people love doing that. Or like going to them. I've actually never been to any. We have a place in between Boone and Blowing Rock. It's called Tweetsea, and they have a lot of like stuff like that in that area, but I don't know how much of it, because like Tweetsea has a thing where you can like pan for stuff at that little place. Yeah, we know. Episode 2 awaits. If you'd like to continue. Let's continue. No, because we just did that, so. You open your eyes. The sun has risen, the birds are singing, you are still alive, and for now, you are safe. I am so sorry about the burping, guys. Or frenzy. I'm still, like, trying to get better from having food poisoning, and they don't really recommend drinking a lot, like, of beer and stuff, and I haven't had the appetite or like even the desire to really drink a lot of beer. I do, part of me wants a beer because that's just what I do when I play video games, is have a beer and relax. But I've been drinking ginger ale to kind of help keep my stomach level. I think my stomach shrunk, like when I went through all that, because I do not have the appetite I normally have. Which actually probably isn't such a bad thing because I do a lot of like snacking throughout weird times of the day. So I'm drinking ginger ale and it's making me burp a little bit. I know beer does it too, but I'm trying to like keep my stomach a little settled. Your gaze wanders across the room to the window and the woods beyond. You wonder if the monsters are lurking there right now, just beyond the trees, ready to pounce as soon as you leave the crumbling estate. An unfamiliar unease settles into your gut, tangling into a knot of anxiety, wriggling as the events of last night play out in your head. You can't help but remember Duke slumped up against a tree, pieces of him scattered across the clearing. You're not sure if you'll ever feel okay again after what you've seen, but you can't stay in bed forever. Hunger pulls you from the clammy depths of the mattress. No, you can refresh yourself on the events of the previous days by using the journal icon in the quick menu. Oh! Can I... Refused major decisions. Oh, look at that. Duke saving... Huh. Okay. Let's check on the possum. Open the doors and check on the little possum you met yesterday. Oh god, he's still there. That's nice. Oh, good. I don't want to pet him. You decide to leave the little ones in peace. Let's look out the window. Careful not to be seen by whatever might be lurking in the garden. For a second, you thought you saw movement. It could have been an animal. It could have been something else. Whatever it is, it's gone now. I'm trying to see if I see anything, but I don't. They're investigating after you finish waking up. I don't really want to poke around the closet. Let's get dressed. You're back in the kitchen. Frou-Frou eyes you from her favorite spot on the counter. You're back. Excuse me, may I pet your beautiful fur? Part of you hopes the flattery might win her over. As silly as that may seem, you are, after all, talking to a cat. Frou-Frou merely flicks her tail faster. It doesn't look promising. Hey. Hi. The police called last night. I guess you and Stella were serious about that old farmer guy. Can I hang out with you today? Did they say anything about Duke? Did they find the body? They didn't say anything about a body, but apparently he never went home last night. And they had quite a few questions about you, Kate. Before you asked, don't worry, I told them you're an upstanding citizen. You seemed unfazed by this, right? I'm gonna say you seemed unfazed by this. A man's dead, Tabitha. Some old farmer disappeared after going hunting in the middle of the night, in the woods at night, so what? Something like that was bound to happen eventually. Frankly, you're lucky it didn't happen to you. Just make sure nothing like this happens again for the rest of the week, alright? I'm sorry. Good. I've got to get to work. But listen, you were staying out of trouble today. I want you home by sunset. I don't want to hear complaints. Just do what I ask and we won't have any more problems. Tabitha takes a few steps towards the door. Sunset. Your cousin huffily exits the kitchen. Her footsteps fade down the hall, ending in the characteristic creak, then slam of the front door as it opens and closes behind her. Once again, you are the only human in the estate. A text from Stella. Hey, hope you're holding up okay, or as good as you can with all the stuff we saw last night. I was up most of the night on cryptid forums. No real answers yet. I'm at the library now if you want to join. I have scones. I'll be there in a bit, still waking up. And that's that. Time to start your day. You should make things... Screw going to town, try to clean the guest bathroom instead. You know what? Let's clean that bathroom. You scrounge for cleaning supplies, find a few dusty containers of spray bottles, none of which you recognize. They all feel like antiques, but they're the best you have. Armed with a rag and a trash bag, you set to work. It's a monumental task, and it nauseates you, but just how many years of caked up dirt, grunge, and former fluids you have to scrub away to return to some semblance of normalcy in the bathroom. You try not to concentrate too hard on what exactly you're cleaning up, but the empty bottles of blonde hair dye and piles of used makeup remover pads start to paint a picture of the person who used it before you. An older woman dyeing her once blonde hair and applying a daily shell of makeup to keep the image of herself stagnant exactly where she wanted it. The most fun move is Pearl Ann. She couldn't stay stagnant forever. As you dump the overflowing trash can, you can't help but notice perched on top of the old bottles of hair dye are a few freshly used napkins. They're covered in what looks like crusty bodily fluid. Some mix of blood and unhealthy yellow pus. Ugh. That might be as much as you can do without pressure washer and renovations. But at least it's taking showers here won't make you feel dirtier than when you started. But your admiration of a job adequately done is interrupted by the sound heavy thunk 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 of a metal door knocker. The sound seeming to reverberate its way down your spine. Someone's at the front door. Before you get the chance to decide whether or not to answer, it opens. Oh god, you scared me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope I didn't scare you. My name is Sybil. I'm a family friend. Just thought I would stop by to check in on you. Stella came by my tea room last night. She told me about what you saw in the woods and showed me her footage too. She managed to sneak away the memory card. Apparently the police are just holding on to an empty camera. Didn't trust them not to erase the whole thing. I can't say I blame her. Brought some fresh tea. Let's settle somewhere and talk. The cat. You and the old hippie make your way back to the kitchen. She gives one of Tabitha's few mugs a thorough rinse before pouring you a steaming tea from her thermos. The smell is amazing, nostalgic. Earthly odor reminiscent of fall as it is brewed with autumn leaves. So you're Kanika's mom? Wait, did we know that? So you're Kanika's mom? Oh, that's right. You must have met each other already, haven't you? She said you'd come around yesterday. And yeah, she's my daughter. You may meet Miles at some point. That's my youngest. Though it's odd to call him that now that he's nearly an adult. It's just the three of us down at the general store. You said you were a family friend. That I am. I used to know Vivian, in fact, before she left town. Maybe if you find yourself with time to kill one of these days, I could tell you unsavory tales of her youth. I was a little less close with Perland, not for lack of trying. She was quite the character, bless her, and may she rest in peace. Is there any news about Duke? His family has been notified, that's all, as much as I know. Poor Duke, he was a good man. I know that what you two went through, and I know what you saw. Those things are real. Neither of you imagined them, and they're certainly not ordinary creatures. My grandmother called them ditchlings, and they're a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Uh-oh. I've told Stella and my daughter what I know, though I'm afraid that's not much. I'm gonna go with this. I've never heard of ditchlings, and I feel like I know a lot about folktales. I know a bit, but I don't know. I've never heard that. Not everything is recorded in writing. Some things you've got to hear about from folks who've seen them firsthand. And when you get to be as old as I am, you hear a lot of things. You know, you should count yourself lucky. There aren't many people who have seen a ditchling and lived to tell about it. Or so they say. What kind of destruction are we talking about here? If you'd seen just one or two, I'd say it'd be a bridge collapse, a bad accident, something tragic, but not devastating. But this many, multiplying like they are, I couldn't tell you. What can we do about stopping what's coming? I'm afraid I don't have any good answers to that, but I suppose the best we can all do is stay close to our loved ones. I'd say that would mean Tabitha should try to stay here with you, spend some time with her only living relative while she can, but I get the feeling she cares a little too much about her work to let herself leave it for that long. Could always go to her. Maybe that would bring her a little joy, even if she might struggle to admit as much. There was a man, I don't know if this is something you know about, but when Tabitha and I were on our way home, there was this man in the road. It was dark, but he had a miner's jacket on with a name tag that read Wayne. He knew my name, and there was something off about him. Oh yes, Wayne. You don't have to worry about him. He's harmless, just very sick. But do let me know if he bothers you again, dear. Let's take a sip. It tastes not unlike a rotten log, but somehow it isn't unpleasant. Like you're tasting a hike through dawn-dampened woods. Its leaves a refreshing citrusy aftertaste, like a cool breeze sweeping the leaves from the path the tea left on your tongue. I hope you like it. It's my new chaga and lemon balm blend. I love experimenting with local ingredients. So they're dangerous. Are they going to start attacking people? I think you misunderstood me. They're not dangerous on their own. Think of them more like birds flocking before a storm. They're neither a threat or on their own, nor the cause of what's to come, merely a sign that things are not as they should be. What happened to Duke was unfortunate, an accident and nothing more. A consequence of the three of you seeing something you weren't meant to see. If something bad is coming, we need to get people out of here. Leave and go where? These people's whole lives are in this town. Their homes, their histories, their families. Most of them don't have the kind of money it would take to start new somewhere else. You can try to convince them, but I think you'll find it a difficult task. I'm gonna say this was helpful. Yes, of course. There's a sound somewhere above you, a creaking floorboard betraying a shifting presence. There is something in the room above you. You heard that too, didn't you? You know, dear, I was planning to stop by the mines for a quick chat with your cousin. Maybe it would be a good idea if you came along. I don't like the thought of you being alone in this big house. Not with the town the way it is right now. There's another creak from above. Leaving suddenly seems like a very good idea. Let's say... Do you think this place is haunted? If it is haunted, I wouldn't doubt you'd find out soon as you were alone here for too long. It sounds to me like whatever might be here is already restless to have you to itself. Okay, I was kind of hoping to go back to town, but if you're going that way, I guess I can do that after seeing Tabitha. Wonderful, let's go. Neither of you waits around to see what the sounds will continue. You quickly make your way to the, back door and out in the inviting autumn air. You're once again surprised by the freshness of the mountain breeze, your lungs having grown accustomed to the stale, dusty air of the estate, not realizing how much they were being suffocated. At least it's a pleasant day for a walk. There really is nothing like the mountains in autumn. There's something comforting about the woman's presence. See, she exudes a warmth, her smile feeling like a kindly approval, even though you feel like you've done nothing to earn it. There's some, is there a church in town? Let's see. Do you know much about my family? Any history I should know about? Oh yes, everyone around here knows quite a bit about your family. You founded the town, after all. Your family and the history of this town are completely intertwined. Your great-great, well, I'm not exactly sure how many greats that would be. Some distant grandfather of yours started the mine, which started the town. The town nearly collapsed into ruin after the collapse of 1918, and once again, your family pulled it back up. Now here we are. I'm not sure what else there is to say. What do you want to know? Is it really just me and Tabitha? Why are there so few of us left? I suppose fate is crueler to some than to others. In a lot of ways, your family has been very fortunate. But the Scarlets have seen their fair share of death as well, maybe more than their fair share. So our mine is the whole reason this town exists. I'd say so. If it fails, I'm not sure anybody would be able to stick around for long. That being said, I suppose everything has to end eventually. One shouldn't plan on things to continue on exactly the same forever. The collapse, like an economic collapse, or certainly had our fair share of those, but no. There was a mine collapse in 1918. The town lost so many souls that day, men and boys. This was before child labor laws came into effect in these parts. As if the collapse wouldn't have been bad enough, tragedy on its own, there had to be children involved. Seems your family avoided most of the blame, especially since they managed to pull the town back together afterwards. Hard to remember to be angry at someone when they're the reason you have food on your table. Let's change the subject. Were you born here? How did you wind up in this town? My family has been in the hills for generations, possibly even longer than yours. I married into the general store, though. Before that, we were just your standard hill folk. Kept to ourselves, fended for ourselves. That's why I know so much about the local flora. That kind of knowledge was vital for all the generations that came before me to survive out here. Huh. So is there a Mr. Sybil? There was, but unfortunately he passed about a year and a half ago, give or take. Life up in the hills can be hard on people, for all kinds of reasons. Even if you never step foot in the mines. What do you think of Stella? Such a ray of sunshine. Even with everything that's happened to her, she's tried to smile through it all. An admirable young woman, if you ask me. What do you think of Tabitha? She works too hard, but I suppose that's the burden she carries, what with your family's mind to run. It can't be doing her any good, though. I'm sure she has something to do with her... I'm sure that has something to do with her disposition. Bless her heart. Continue on in silence. Two, you're interrupted by a woman jogging towards you. Joan, wonderful to see you, as always. Have you met Kate? Sybil. And no, we haven't met. Joan here is our resident doctor, and Kate is Vivian's kid, of course, in the town for the funeral. I put that together. You're pretty, am I going up to meet the whole town? A doctor, huh? Are you mad at me for some reason? I'm just gonna nod respectfully. She returns a gesture. I'd appreciate it if you call me Dr. Kelly, by the way. People my son's age don't get first name privileges. How is Reese doing? Any better these days? Dr. Kelly lets out a small, frustrated sigh. He's surviving, same as usual. You know that. Her son has a rare condition. Do you make a habit of sharing that kind of private information with anyone who wanders into town? Tell him Kanika says hello. I get the feeling she and Stella miss seeing him. Oh, you know, since you're here, maybe we should set them up for a visit this week. Doesn't that sound nice? Kay could come too. Sybil, they're adults. We don't need to set them up on play dates, and you know how easy it is for him to tire himself out. It's not worth it. I need to get home and get him his meds. I can't stand around talking all day. The woman starts her jog again, her face faster than before, almost as if she's running away from the awkward interaction. She's a bit of a brusque woman, isn't she? But her heart is in the right place. Anyway, we should be on our way too. It's not much farther now. She was right. It takes very little time to reach the Scarlet Hollow Mines. A humble exterior greets you at the place that made your family its fortune. Your cousin just so happens to be at the gates, but it seems you aren't the only visitor she's dealing with at the moment. This is ridiculous. You can't fire me for having a damn cold. This has got to be some kind of, I don't know, rights violation? You aren't fired, Terrence. You're laid off. Cutbacks had to be made, and obviously I'm going to prioritize those cutbacks on workers who have a habit of missing shifts. Oh, I had mono. I was puking my guts out. I couldn't crawl my sorry ass into that pit and you wouldn't have wanted me there anyway. And you only give us 3 days a year to get sick. It's a shit system. Ugh. Mono, you're down and out for like 2 weeks. You don't have a note from a doctor. I can't just take you at your word. If you wanted extra sick days, you could have had them with the proper paperwork. Don't forget, by not showing up, you put extra pressure on your coworkers to pick up your slack, and that's not fair to them. And if you have a tendency to get sick like that, maybe you shouldn't be working in a place like this to begin with. Well, mono is just a virus. It's not. As for your lodgings, I'll give you 2 weeks to move out. To hell with you and your damn mind and the shit house you've had me living in. It'll all be better off in a heap of rubble. The miner kicks the dirt in a final act of frustration, but wanders off, leaving Tabitha standing steadfast at the gates. Sybil? Kate? What are you doing here? I wanted to have a word with your cousin here, and I had some business with you as well. Though it looks like to me like you're busy, I don't want to impose. Why don't you drop by the tea room sometime this week, Tabitha? Yeah, sure. I'll swing by tomorrow. Wonderful. I'll be on my way. But it was lovely meeting you, Kate. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around town. The woman finally leaves, and you're alone with your cousin once again. Well, so much for you not intruding on my work. Come on, I guess I'll babysit you in my office. Just don't make yourself a burden, all right? I have a lot to do today. I think they've... There's a presence. I'm kind of glad things worked out this way. It might be nice to say. Oh, look at the calendar. Band. Now what? Now you sit quietly and let me do my work. I have a lot on my plate today. I don't need any more distractions. As you settle in, you take the details of her office. You're surprised to see a poster of what looks like Stella. She's apparently been banned from the mines. There is also a suspicious number of ordinary photos of her and Gretchen. Stella isn't the only likeness captured on the walls of your cousin's trailer. On either side of Tabitha's desk are portraits of older people, a woman, and an old-timey man. One that looks like the pictures you've seen of Pearl Ann, the other you're not sure, but from context you assume he must be an old relative. A shotgun hangs menacingly over the desk. Besides that, there isn't much else to see. Who are those people on the wall? I'm sure you recognize Pearl Ann at this point. And the other one is Enoch, our great-great-grandfather, who saved the mine from ruin after the collapse. The idea was to have all the family members who own the mines up on the wall, but I don't think Pearl Ann was too excited to have the great-grandma Eddie staring down at her all day, so we're missing one. Can't blame her. I remember that woman well enough to know why she wouldn't want the reminder. You never call Pearl Ann Mom. I'm an adult. I don't cling to the dynamics of childhood. Why is there a poster of Stella saying she's banned from your property? Still likes to poke around in places she shouldn't. She kept sneaking up here to film videos or whatever her excuse was. As if that's not a lawsuit waiting to happen. So she's banned. I mean, that's fair. It's dangerous to do. Why is there a gun in here? It's Pearl Ann. She put it in there to intimidate people. Always thought it was a little old-fashioned, but if it works, it works. You wouldn't have asked about it if it didn't leave an impression on you. God, good. You really talk a lot, don't you? Let's sit quietly. You sit there for a few long minutes. Tabitha taps wider keyboard. The pleasant bird song you're used to hearing at the constant backdrop of Scarlet Hollow has been replaced with the distant sounds of machinery, muffled as it is by Tabitha's thin office walls. And then the sounds of machinery are joined by another sound, the angry rumbling of your stomach. I could pick this up. Hey, are you hungry? I could pick us up something if there's a place to get food. Oh, I guess now that you mention it, yeah. The cafeteria has mac and cheese I don't hate. It's the building with the big cafeteria sign on it. Try not to get lost. I don't need you down following any mine shafts. Cool. Stepping out into the fresh air. Cafeteria sign is not as obvious as Tabitha made it out to be. All the gray corrugated buildings look vaguely the same. You aren't quite sure what direction you should start heading in. Get directions. You approach the nearest group of miners. You could cut to the chase and ask where the cafeteria is, but you're here among the workers unsupervised. What's the harm in asking any of them if they see anything unusual? You got a reason to be bothering us? I'm looking for the cafeteria. I don't want to bug them. I'm going to do you a favor and not tell you where it is. Oh, come on, Zax. Go easy on her. I am going easy on her. The caf is slop. You're better off grabbing a bite at the diner. Only good establishment in town. I don't know. The mac and cheese is pretty decent. The mac and cheese is the only thing that's decent, and we all know why that is. Come on, let's get out of here. Our shift's about to start anyways. So much for getting a straight answer. The cafeteria remains a hidden treasure, and you remain without a map. Well, if it isn't the boss's cousin, can we help you with something? I'm trying to find the cafeteria. Oh, sure, it's right over by... It's hard to find, I'll take you. Sure. Go get your brownie points later, man. Come on, let's walk. The hard-faced young man starts walking along with you, an anxious energy in his step, and he escorts you to a building whose cafeteria sign was definitely much taller than Tabitha made it out to be. You line up at the steaming piles of subpar food and deli made as cheaply as possible. Judging by your cousin's business practices, it's still... Still, it smells good enough, and you find your mouth water in anticipation of the bland offerings. So you're up in the big house of the boss this week. I just wanted to know if you've seen anything strange while you've been staying there. The man's voice is quiet and nervous. Like a mining jacket. Is there any up there with you? A man, maybe? Last name Wayne? Oh, I think I saw a guy with a name tag that said Wayne last night. You did? Oh, thank God. Maybe there's a chance he's still alive. He's been missing for over a week, and nobody around here seems to give a shit, especially not the person who's seen him last, which happens to be your... Oh, are we talking about a certain young man who may or may not have caught the boss's eye? That Sam Wayne fella, wasn't it? Whatever. If anyone asks, we never talked, got it? I don't want to disappear, too. What's got that kid so jumpy? It's like you never heard a guy running off because he got broke up with before. Yeah, I've skipped town over less. What's my lucky day? Oh, my mom. Hang on. Alrighty then. Sorry about that. Let's see. They got the chicken and dumplings. What do you guys know about this Wayne fellow? All I know is that a certain someone got involved with somebody he shouldn't have, and now nobody in camp has seen him since. I figured he just ran off to live in that big mansion with his bill. The thought of strapping a young man like him with that sour-faced broad always left a bad taste in my mouth. As if you wouldn't fall to your knees if a woman of means showed the slight bit of interest in you, or any woman at all. Fair enough. Ooh, let's see. Are you talking about Pearl Ann? Lord, no. Even Wayne had some standards. That old lady Pearl Ann didn't have her day. Oh, not that she didn't. You best get going. Don't want to get the hot meal to get cold. No reason to stay here any longer. Okay. Step back out into the weak sunlight, clutching the containers of various beige slops, and start making your way back towards her trailer. If you don't make it far, something stops you. A strange uneasiness, a feeling of being watched, the smell of sick flesh. The fuck? Kate, I wish you could have stayed at the estate. What the fuck? It's dangerous here. Ew. Oh, hey, somebody of yours was looking for you. Jesus Christ, what the fuck, man? Oh, hey, somebody of yours was looking for you. The figure Wayne doesn't respond to this. Do you need help? It looks like you're hurt. So you aren't afraid of me. Good. Protect yourself before worrying over others, Kate. There are other forces at play here trying to pull you into their own directions. They've already made things more difficult for us both. I hope you have the strength to survive what they intend to put you through. What are we talking about? For both our sakes. I am the only person in this town who truly cares about your safety. Don't forget that. Even if it is already too late to stop what's going to happen. What are we... Yeah, where were you while I was being attacked by the mountain lion? What's going to happen? I'll be watching you. Don't? Though you're now alone, you still find yourself running as if pursued, holding on to the cafeteria food for dear life, your heart beating fast and desperate. Tabitha meets you at the door. Took you long enough. What, was there a long line? Am I in danger here? That guy from last night, Wayne, he followed me here. I just saw him. The guy in the miner's jacket? You saw a guy in a miner's jacket at the mines, where the miners work. If you want my opinion, I'd say they're playing some elaborate prank on you, which I will put an end to. But in the meantime, don't let them get you so easy. Your cousin's attention is suddenly drawn elsewhere. She stares past you, focusing on something in the distance. Is that Stella? How many times do I have to tell her she's banned before she understands what that means? Tabitha shuts the door and you both march your way down the hill. As you and Tabitha approach, you're able to pick out snippets of Stella's conversation with the miners. Ditchlings? My grandma used to tell me stories about them, claims she saw one once, and that's why she always had such bad luck. Johnson, I think that's the boss storming over. Is it now? Sure is. Suppose that's our cue. Pardon us. Tabitha, Kate, hey, I just... Trespassing? Yeah, well... But I have a good reason this time. Shit, I knew we needed a lookout. Is there someone talking to you through that earpiece? Kanika, is that you on the other end? Stella hastily removes her earbud, muffling the other voice. Sorry, Tabby, it's just that Oscar's kid, Rosalina, has been missing since yesterday, so we decided to ask around to see if anyone had seen her. And while we were at it, we were also seeing if anybody had encountered these things we saw in the woods last night, ditchlings, that Sybil said are like little mothmen foretelling doom. Stella... And also there's this guy called Wayne who used to work here and who Kanika says is super creepy and sick and... Stella. Yeah? Just stop. Stop talking. It's not like I was filming or anything. I'm barely here, I promise. You are standing right in front of me, extremely here. Why don't you check out the usual teen haunts for that kid? The Maxwell place or the gas station or whatever. Anywhere but here. Where you are explicitly not allowed to be. I mean it. It's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever... it's the site of one of the worst catastrophes that ever befell the town. If there's another one coming, it makes sense, doesn't it? That's what our research pointed us towards, at least. Our research? Who's we? You and Kanika? Yeah, she would think something awful was going to happen up here. She hates me and everything I stand for, and thinks the town would be some bustling utopia if I wasn't around to ruin it. When in reality, we both know it wouldn't exist without me. Whatever. Whatever you're looking for, you're barking up the wrong tree. So let's just go someplace else. Before Tabitha once again trails off. Both she and Stella have noticed the girl with the dark braid and glasses sneaking over the ridge. It's Rosalina. Kanika, we found her. She's heading up the hill. Up the hill. She's not heading for the old mine, is she? The one that collapsed? We'd better go after her before somebody gets killed up there. You've got to be kidding me. No, this is great. I'll just go over and let her know Oscar's looking for it. Then we can get out of your hair. Bye, Tabby. See you around. Stella hurries after the girl, disappearing over the hill. Damn it, I'm never going to finish my spreadsheets. Nobody needs to be playing around those mines. We better go break this up. You can vaguely hear voices emanating from the boarded up entrance to the old mine. They went in? To still have no sense of self-preservation? You say nothing. I don't like the thought of you walking around an abandoned coal mine, but I'd rather not leave you out here unattended while it gets dark. You should be safe enough with me there to guide the way. Tabitha huffs her way up the mine entrance and disappears into the darkness. I'll follow her. I don't have any else choice. The inside of the mine is warmer than you expected. The air thick and wet. The ceiling hangs lower than you are tall, forcing you and Tabitha to hunch over. Your legs bent in painful squat as you begin to navigate its maze of corridors. You know why the entrance to this place was boarded up? Because of the collapse. Because there was a collapse 100 years ago that killed a bunch of people. 168 people. A man named Charles Shaw decided it was okay for to use faulty wood for support struts, and the entire mine came down. It almost ruined our family. A lucky few died instantaneously, but for most of the souls who perished here, it was slow and agonizing. Trapped under rubble and left to slowly succumb to crash injuries or burns or dehydration. Excuse me. It took a week to clear out most of the rubble and recover the bodies. The few survivors who were dragged out were never the same. I can't say I blame them. Trying to think if I should stop here or not. Let's see, you spent a lot of time thinking about this place, huh? Haven't you? I have. There are still bodies down here that were never recovered. 168 people climbed down to their deaths that day, unaware of the hand they'd been dealt until they were literally buried by it. None of us know the price we have to pay until our debt is due. Tabitha's ruminations are interrupted by a thunderous knock echoing from deeper in the mine. Oh god, let's see. Book smart. Sounds like rock shifting somewhere deeper in the mine. We should be careful. Have you not been careful up to this point? Did I give you my whole tragedies of the past spiel for nothing? Come on, I came from this way. Tabitha hastens her pace and quickly disappears deeper into the mine. Follow her. You take a deep breath and follow suit. The deeper you progress into the mine, the heavier the air becomes. Coal dust hangs in thick clouds around you, even though this place was abandoned over a century ago. Echoing through tight quarters, you and Tabitha can pick up snippets of tense argument. I can't believe your dad sent people to follow you. That's messed up. I think that qualifies as harassment. You're right, Becca. It is messed up. I don't need him telling me where I can be. You could at least check in so he knows you're not dead. He loves you and worries about you. He's really not asking for much. Come on, kiddos. There's some real spooky stuff going on in this town right now. You shouldn't be hanging out down here. We're not kids. Yeah, we're teens. Ugh. Well, you look like a bunch of kids to me. Are those canned strawberry margaritas? Where'd you even get those? Oh no, I know that isn't you, Miles. It better not be you. Yeah, whatever, it's me. What are you even doing here? Looks like we found our trespassers. I still can't believe that Stella managed to drag Kanika out here. She avoids me like the plague. What's the deal with you and Kanika? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't hold anything against her, aside from the fact that she's always hated me. She probably just got jealous that Stella and I started spending time together, but that was years ago, so who knows. Let's move on, they're close. You breathe a sigh of relief as the tight passageways give way to a small cavern. Within, a group of teens engages Stella and Kanika in a heated argument. All of them are too caught up in the moment to notice you and Tabitha approach. My dad is a foreman in the continuous mining facility, and he says they'll only abandon this mine because there wasn't enough coal left. So it's actually really safe and we can hang out here whenever we want. I doubt that very much. You know how dangerous fucking mines are that are like up to code? Wait, Becca, I thought your dad was a chart hand. No, Alexis, he got promoted last month. Correction, your father was a foreman at the continuous mine facility. We'll see if he even has a job in the morning. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hey, Tabby. And Kate. I guess you two caught up to us. 2 Scarlets in one place. What luck. Well, at least maybe you two can talk some sense into these kids. They clearly don't respect my authority. Hey, don't talk about us like we aren't here. Yeah, we can hear you. Alexis, don't butt in. I'm trying to make a point. Do none of you understand what a boarded up mine entrance is supposed to mean? It means it's closed, condemned, not fit for human use. Oh, come on. This place is way sturdy. Check it out. The teen with the beanie jumps and slaps a strut from the ceiling. Oh, was that the knocking we were hearing earlier? Oh my god, Zane, cut it out. You're embarrassing us. I'm sorry for Zane's behavior. I don't think he realizes how extremely 8th grade it is to jump up and hit things. No offense, Rosalina. None taken. The other 8th graders are totally immature. Not like you, Rosalina. You're chill and smart, too. Enough. The damage is already done. Now leave. I'm putting my mother in the ground this week. I don't have the patience to deal with children. I can't believe I actually agree with Tab about anything, but this is the worst place I've ever been in my entire life, and I would like to see the sun before I die. Oh, come on, you guys. It's not that big a deal. We used to do dangerous things all the time, and I still do dangerous things now. Who are you to tell them where they can hang out? I don't know who you think you are in this situation, Stella, but I own this mine. It is entirely within my rights to tell them to leave, much like it is entirely within my rights to tell you to leave. Was your lifetime ban banned from my mind's not clear enough message for you? Hell yeah, Tabitha. Tear the 20-something to shreds. Hey, I'm defending you, and I'm not sad. Where'd you get that idea? Running a clickbaity YouTube channel where you run around in the woods chasing nothing is extremely sad. So she's sad, so what? Give it a few years and you'll be sad too. The passage of time is inescapable. Jesus! Look, we just wanted to give Rosalina a good time. Her home life sucks right now. Yeah, tell them about where you have to sleep, Rosalina. We've been living in the library for the past couple of weeks. Dad says we can't stay at our house. They've got a hot plate and a couple of cots in one of the back rooms. It's actually a pretty sick setup. No, it isn't, Zane. Rosalina deserves better. I don't care about your home life. If you're going to do your underage drinking, go do it in the woods. Just get off my property. Tabitha! Look, Rosalina, I'm sure Oscar has a good reason for all that. He's a good guy and he cares about you. He thinks our house is haunted. Oh. Wait, what? And I should care because it's such a bullshit excuse. I bet he couldn't afford it anymore and is lying to save face. What a coward. Becca, I don't think you can, say that about other people's families. Isn't that, bullying or something? Shut up, Zane. Becca, he says it's haunted? I can't believe he didn't mention it to me. I could investigate. There's no ghost, Stella. It would be cool if there was, but Becca's right. I just wish that he would be honest with me and tell me what's really going on. It's like he doesn't think I can handle it, like I'm still a little kid. Ugh, you're all children, and none of you realize how good you have it. Back in the day, each and every one of you would be pulling 12-hour shifts in this exact mine. If it weren't for child labor laws, the 5 of you might have some actual character. Okay, calm down. Exactly. Rosalina's not that mature anyway. She still sleeps with stuffed animals. That doesn't mean she's not mature. I still have pork chop, you know. I rest my case. Wait, what did you say about child labor? At this rate, I'd be surprised if your house wasn't haunted. I'm gonna say I'm not going to weigh in on this. This is between you and your dad, and the two of you should talk about it in a way that isn't here. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, if Rosalina's house is haunted, we should break in and ghost bust it or something. Sounds pretty rad to me. Whatever gets you delinquents out of my mind. Oh god, and you can't ghost bust if there is no ghost. Also, Rosalina lives there. She can't break into her own house. There's no ghost that you know of. I bet we could figure it out to bust it if it's actually real. And if it isn't real, well, problem solved. You know, Rosalina, you can always stay over at my house until Stella ghost busts your place. We have a finished basement of the pull-out couch. Why are we talking about this like it's a thing? It's not a thing. There is no ghost. I don't care, and I can't believe I wasted this much time trying to argue with children. I'm washing my hands of this and calling the cops. Feel free to leave before they show up. You hear that, Miles? We're leaving. I suggest the rest of you kids leave this empty mine before someone gets black lung or crushed by rocks or meets any one of my many terrible fates people tend to meet in the abandoned mines. Yeah, for real. Kanika is interrupted by a pair of thunderous knocks. That wasn't me, I swear. Then what was it? Come on, Stella. Didn't you have a whole list of perfectly natural explanations for scary mind noises? It's Tommy knockers for sure. I know this isn't why we came down here, but we've got to check it out. They're an old Cornish myth, named for the knocking sound you can hear sometimes in the mines right before a collapse. Some say the knocking's a warning, while others say it's the spirits themselves bringing down the mines. Stella! I mean, that's not all they do. They're also sometimes just mischievous. Stella! I know, but weird stuff's happening around here the past few days. What if this is our chance to get an actual solid lead? The stakes couldn't be higher. Do you have no sense of self-preservation? Hi, Mosey. I want you out of here, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. You can come along, too. If you guys are going after something spooky, count me in. Nobody is going deeper into the mine. Nobody is staying in the mine. You're all leaving. Please listen to Tabitha before my heart gives out. It'll be fun, Neeks. It will not. Keen-eye, you hear something over the sound of Stella pleading with Kanika and Tabitha, something like shuffling of feet on stone and the whispering of mischievous teens. You turn and see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes as you notice her. Stop arguing, you knuckleheads. Okay, so, hang on a second. What have we done so far? That's just that. Okay, I'm gonna save right here because we're getting about an hour in, and I think this seems like a good place to stop. So, I thought I would hold this off, but apparently there's only 15 or so minutes left, so there's no point waiting. We'll just have another long one. This is not going anywhere close to what I thought when I planned. That's fine. You turn to see Becca and Alexis gone, and Rosalina anxiously hovering in front of a small tunnel in the cavern wall. She freezes when you notice her. And I think I knew, so I'm going to say, stop arguing, you knuckleheads. The teens are slipping away. Wait, what? Rosalina, don't go in there. Becca and Alexis, stop trying to get us all killed. Sorry, guys. I'm going to hang back. I knew you weren't cool enough to hang out with us, Rosalina. Come on, Alexis. We'll have more fun without her. Oh, all right. Are you kidding me? Rosalina, what were you thinking? What were they thinking? I don't know. I'm so sorry. Unbelievable. Wow, Kanika, maybe if you weren't still scared of the dark or whatever, you would have noticed them sneak off. I noticed them sneak off, and I've been zoning out the whole time we've been here. Ugh, they must have squeezed through the child-sized tunnel. Yeah. Dang, I've always wondered where that goes. I've never been able to get these hips through there. Stella, stop sneaking into my mines. Please, I'm literally begging you. If only all the tunnels down here were wide enough for adults, we could already be done with this little mess. But no, there just have to be remnants of a bygone era. Why didn't you just talk about how child labor laws were the good... Didn't you just talk about how child labor was the good old days a minute ago? I was trying to get you to leave my mine. Becca shouts back from the other end of the tunnel. We are not about to let you come in here and ruin our good time. The mine is safe. I've been here a million times. Yeah, if Becca says we're safe, then we're totally safe. Also, sorry, Rosalina. I'll see you tomorrow. Whatever. Come on, Alexis. I know a cool spot this way. Okay. I think I know where the tunnel rejoins the rest of the mines. I'll go look for them, and I want each and every one of you to take note of the fact that I'm doing that. If those idiots get themselves lost and die, I am not letting their families sue me into the ground. Are those really your priorities right now? Yeah, do you have a problem with that? I want the rest of you out of my mine. Except for you, Kate. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Yeah, sure, I can never fit in that tunnel anyways. They've crossed a barrier that I cannot, so my time here is up. But only because Stella promised me a ghost hunt tomorrow. Whatever, I still have to do my dailies anyway, and the service down here sucks. What about you, girl? Are you sure you... Winifred! Are you sure you don't want me to come along? Maybe I could help you get Becca and Alexis to leave. Don't make me ask you twice. They'll be fine, Rosalina. I think your dad will kill me if we let you stay down here any longer. Okay, can I at least wait outside? Yeah, we can wait outside together. No, you are not about to weasel your way into this, Stella. Oh, come on, Tabby. I've been down here a ton. I can totally help out. Tabitha sighs. There's no way of getting rid of you guys there. Fine. I won't waste my time arguing. I've read a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Should we get some professionals down here? What's the point of going after them? They don't want to listen to us. We could just all leave. Do I have to come with you? Stella, don't push Tabitha's boundaries like that. Tabitha, don't push Stella away. I am not getting in the middle of this. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna say this one. I've read a lot of stories about cave rescuers needing their own rescues. Are we biting off more than we can chew? Should we get some professionals down here? I am a professional. I'd also prefer to resolve this issue without word getting out if possible. Again, I don't want to deal with angry parents trying to sue me for their own negligence. Inspiring. Aw, don't worry, Kate. It'll be fun and safe. Fun and safe, like last night? Give me a break, Stella. I'm gonna say remain silent for now. You remain silent. Let's not linger any longer than we have to, shall we? Want me to take Gretchen with me? I don't know if it'll be easier to cover more ground without her. Yeah, that's probably for the best. I don't want to repeat of last night, and who knows if we'll have to do any climbing. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully soon. For sure, we won't be long. Cool. Can't wait to bust some ghosts tomorrow. Tell Alexis I'm sorry. Kanika, Miles, Zane, and Rosalina head towards the entrance of the mines, leaving you, Tabitha, and Stella to find the remaining teens. Alright, no dawdling. We should be able to catch up with them if we go this way. You and Stella exchange a glance as Tabitha ventures forward. I mean... As the three of you move deeper into the mine, you hear echoes of conversation bounce around the walls. But, Becca, why are we doing this again? I thought you thought Tabitha was, like, really cool. Why are you trying to get her all mad? We're doing this because Tabitha is really cool. She doesn't let anyone boss her around, so we can't just let her boss us around. Aw, you hear that, Tabby? Someone thinks you're cool. I can't believe she used to hang out with that nobody like Stella. Hey! I don't think Stella... I don't know, I think Stella's kind of cool. I like that River Runner video. Oh, come on. She doesn't even have a sponsor. What kind of YouTuber doesn't have a sponsor? I mean, not yet. But I'm in talks with Meat Rice, and I make plenty from ads and donations. I mean, I make nothing. How does it feel to have a teen girl think you're cool, Tabitha? I feel nothing about it. The opinions of children don't interest me. I don't know, you kind of hesitated there. You're reading into things that aren't there, Stella. Just because your livelihood revolves around people who think of you doesn't mean I care what people think of me. Congratulations on your sponsor, though. Press on. Yeah, I don't have anything to add to this. Whoa! Another knock closer interrupts your thoughts, followed by another. Is it just me, or is that knocking coming in the same direction as those kids? It's not just you. I really don't like that knocking. Calm down, Alexis. It's just mine sounds. Did you see that? No, it was just a shadow. There's no reason to get freaked out. Becca, I swear I saw something. Shut up. There's nothing down here. Stop trying to scare me. Sounds like the active mind echoing through the walls, right? I can't believe they make us do they get grounded when all this is said and done. That sounds just like the active mind echoing through the walls, right? Nah, it's Tommyknockers, I'm sure of it. It's not Tommyknockers. That being said, it's also definitely not the active mind. We use a machine these days and it sounds nothing like that. It's probably just rocks falling somewhere deeper in the mine, which is also bad for obvious reasons. I can't believe they're making us do this. They'd better get grounded when all this is said and done. As much as I appreciate the sentiment, I hope you're wrong. If they get grounded, it means people found out about this. I hate dealing with parents. Look on the bright side, Kate. If they didn't come down here, we'd have missed out on a golden opportunity to get spooked. Tabitha glares at Stella. We're getting closer. Let's keep moving. Oh, I don't like that. That freaks me the fuck out. As you progress deeper into the mine, the knocking ground's more frequent. It's still distant, but it's much louder than before. Oh, I don't like this at all. Especially when, like, people go, like, cave diving and stuff, and they get into these, like, things where they have to, like, crawl through it. I'm not claustrophobic, but that freaks me out. The tunnel ends abruptly in front of you. A century-old ladder is the only way forward. In the darkness beyond, you can still hear the echoes of terrified teens or panicked arguing bouncing down the pitch-black corridors. Becca, we need to leave. This isn't fun anymore. This is plenty fun. I bet you're only saying that because you want to hang out with that dorky crush of yours. She's just an 8th grader. Becca, this isn't about Rosalina. I know you can hear that knocking. And here we are. The tunnel they crawled through passes through the chamber below, and it sounds like they're still down there. I've never been this far in. Congratulations, Stella. You got what you wanted. Oh, I don't like it. Tabitha crawls up to the ladder and disappears over its edge. Alright, let's do this. Stella hoists herself over the edge and begins to climb down. Follow them down to the pit. You walk to the ladder and climb down. Hey, kids. Oh, great. The adults are here. Thanks, Alexis. Real nice. Becca is needing to feel like you're better. Do you have an actual death wish? Because I can see... I'm gonna say stop, Winnie. Do you have an actual death wish? Because I can see this place starting to collapse. Do you want to die? Because we can take Alexis with us and leave you here. That's fine by me. Holy shit, Kate. Leave now. Whatever. Ugh, this isn't fun anymore. Fine, we'll leave. Sometimes scaring the ever-living shit out of them is the only way to get them to do it. Because I was a kid once and I remember being a complete dick about shit. Thanks, Kate. As Becca and Alexis move towards the ladder, the black chamber before you draws your focus. The voices around you, those of the teens and your companions, sound odd, distant. Step forward. No, why are we stepping forward? There is nothing in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. There is something in the darkness before you that's much louder, though you don't hear it. Walk towards it. Why are we walking towards it? You don't hear it, but you can feel it in your chest. A desperate need to perceive and be perceived. I'm not this white! Wrap yourself in the darkness of the pit. No! Are you... Alright, Kate. Bear witness. What do you think you're doing? Get away from there. Your cousin dives towards you, but not before the light from your phone illuminates the chamber. I am not this white. I would not be in that fucking cave for fucking sure. Kate, Tabby, are you alright? Oh shit. Oh, thank God you're alive. It looked like you had a seizure or something, and then you and Tabby just conked out. I'm fine. You can barely open your eyes. You're not fine. Neither of you move a muscle. I don't want you straining yourself while you're still recovering from whatever that was. I'm getting the kids out of here, and then I'm going to get you both some help. Oh my God, we're stuck in here. I'll be back soon, I promise. These breathing is freaking me out. You fade out back out of consciousness as your companion clambers out of the pit, intent on your rescue. Fuck. You raise up on your elbows, head still swimming from the visions, your surroundings coming back into focus. Your head throbs as the knocking continues, now magnitudes more intense than ever. Keen eye. You can't help but notice the timber struts around you trembling as if they were being struck by invisible blows with each knock. They're all that stand between you and the many tons of rock over your head, and they suddenly seem terribly fragile. God, that knocking is not helping my headache. What the hell just happened? Remember you having I had some sort of vision. Did you see too? There's got to be some fumes or something down here. It's an old mine. These places are death traps. We probably just hallucinate. I was about to say, if the lack of oxygen can make you do it. Are you literally gaslighting me? No, she's probably not wrong. The only thing that matters right now is the knocking. You need to get out of there. The entire cavern shakes with the sound of rock fall. I don't know what the hell is up with that knocking, but that's not the sound of a mine collapse. But that is the sound of a mine collapse. Quick, up that ladder. Climb like hell! Yeah, let's get out of here. This way, come on. Your cousin moves with the kind of swiftness you'd expect from someone who's spent her entire life working in and around coal mines. Follow her. Yeah, I'm going with her. She knows what she's doing. You push your body to move as quickly as it can, though you're slowed down by the cramped corridors and winding passageways of the mind. I hate everything about this. Then comes the sound of splintering wood. You pick up the pace. The entrance is so close. Push through. And there it is. Freedom! You and Tabitha manage to squeeze through the entrance just as the walls of the mines come crashing down. From slipping off in the mines. Okay. Holy shit, you're okay. Thank God. And everyone's accounted for? That was a surprisingly close call. You could have all died in there. What did you weirdos do? Everything was fine until you adults showed up. Becca, shut up. What did you just say to me? I said you should shut up. I'm sick of your two-faced bullshit. They didn't almost get us killed down there. You did. And now you're trying to pass it off on whoever else you can. It's just a cherry on top of this whole shit show of a friendship. I'm really not in a good headspace for this conversation. I should have died. I could have died in there. Why are you doing this to me? No, enough. No playing the victim this time. Being friends with Rosalina has made me realize how horrible you are to me. Friends aren't supposed to be mean to each other. That's right. Friends should be scared of each other. I never wanted to go in that stupid mine. It was your idea, and we could have died. If these grown-ups hadn't showed up, we could have been buried alive in that stupid little tunnel drinking stupid strawberry margaritas in a can. Screw all of you. Should we go after her? No. Let her have her little tantrum. Did that feel good, Alexis? Finally telling her off? Yeah, I guess. She's gonna be so mad at me. She probably won't talk to me for a week, maybe a month, maybe the rest of my life. You know what? It's okay, Alexis. We don't need her. What do we do now? Now I drive you two home. I've already texted your parents and I'm pretty sure they're worried sick about you. Rosalina and Alexis stuck off to the side as an exhausted Tabitha approaches your group. I'm going to get my car and then we're going home. Tabitha leaves towards the active mine without another word, and you're afforded a quiet moment to catch up with Stella and Kanika. Can't believe you left me down there. Your vision. Let's say we sure judged a bullet tonight, didn't we? Yeah, thank God you noticed them sneaking off. You're incredible down in the pit, too. Your vision. There's stone carving on the wall of that pit. Yeah, there was a stone carving down the wall of the pit. It gave me some sort of weird vision. I saw what happened to this place. You sure didn't just hallucinate? You were at the bottom of an old mine. I don't know, Neeks. You weren't down there. Kate and Tabby had, like, simultaneous seizures next to a creepy stone carving. It was like something out of a movie. What happens now? It looks like Tabitha's back. I better drive these kids home. Come on, let's get back to the estate. It's been a long day, and I need it to be over. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, Kate? Tomorrow? You've already ruined my evenings for 2 consecutive nights, Stella. What do you think I'll be doing with my cousin tomorrow? Well, we're going ghost hunting in Oscars, remember? We talked about it in the mines. You were there. I didn't think you were serious. Kate, you have her number, right? Keep me posted on what she's doing. Let me know if that ghost hunt actually happens. It's weird that you care about what she's doing so much. Clearly I have to. Come on, let's go. Tabitha starts walking to her car, pulling you by the arm. It's either that or that. I must say, see you tomorrow, guys. You can practically feel Tabitha roll her eyes as she drags you to the car. Tabitha doesn't say a word as the car cuts along the darkened road. You try to keep an eye on the surrounding wilderness as she drives, wary of what may lurk behind the tree line. I'm doing terribly, by the way. Why do you treat Stella like that? How are you holding up? I've been better. Sorry about today. It's fine. At least everyone's okay. There are a lot of parents who should have kept tighter reins on their kids. I agree. Never got into any trouble like that when I was a teen, and I have Prolan to thank for it. Hated it at that mine, but the strictness paid off. Ugh, what am I telling you this for? You can tell me stuff. I'd like to know about you, and about Pearl Ann for that matter. Maybe later this week. I don't have the energy to get into it right now, but I think I'd like that. Oh, we're bonding. I'm just gonna remain silent. I've got to focus on the road. Just right in silence. Your eyes wander back to the tree line as you and Tabitha sink back into silence. Okay. You once again cross the threshold into the estate, the musty stench of the decaying mansion greeting you with its undertones of mildew and wood rot. Well, this day was a lot more stressful than it needed to be, but at least nobody got hurt. I'm going to bed. I suggest you do the same. I'll see you in the morning. Tabitha turns and makes her way up the stairs. Turn in. We don't have a choice otherwise. You head up to your room and to turn in. You collapse into Tabitha's dusty guest bed and your head empty of thoughts. After your time in the Shaw mine, you barely even notice the dust. Your phone buzzes on the table. Y'all, these are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. I saw them again, too. Another picture, this time staring from a tree. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more to them being here than the mine collapse. No way. No way I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from this evening is finally wearing off, replaced by creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread bawling in your stomach, you would almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. Jesus. When you close your eyes, you see the shadowy figures gathered behind Stella in the mines. Your thoughts are drawn to the carving on the wall and the visions it imparted upon you. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Oh, kitty! Just the cat. It's always just the cat. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Hey, I'll take it. What's happening? Where'd the kitty cat go? It's the end of episode 2. Episode 3 awaits. Proceed if you dare. Okay. If you'd like to continue with this role, please save your game now. Okay, so let's go ahead and save, because I'm going to do that. So, I'm going to put in... I know the game's only got 4 episodes out so far. They just finished writing episode 5, and I think they're doing the artwork for that now, so it's going to be a minute. My thought is, because we learned a little bit about Wayne in this one, so Wayne and Tabitha were having some kind of relationship or affair, I don't know what, and it seems like Wayne disappeared right around the same time possibly Pearl Ann died, maybe a little bit before. So my guess is, maybe he was up there, he and Tabitha were doing their thing, somehow Pearl Ann saw it, maybe she attacked Wayne, and that's why he's coming as this weird vision or whatever, and haunting Tabitha in the house, which is what I'm thinking is happening. Pearl Ann, on the other hand, because we don't really know what her condition was before she died. We just know she died. And from the sound of things, she was running on the inside. So maybe she was cursed and trying to do something. I don't know. It seems like there's some kind of weird curse with this family, given the state of the house and all that. So I think there's something going on with that. Not sure what. So we'll leave it there. For now, anyway. So definitely something's going on. I know Tabitha is supposed to really hate us, or like the main character. I think we're actually getting somewhere with her, which is nice. Maybe she can open up and tell us what happened later on. Stella, I think she cares for Stella. I think she even likes Kanika too. I just think she just doesn't understand why Kanika doesn't necessarily care for her, which is kind of obvious. You're kind of a tight ass and whatnot. But so I think she's worried. Tabitha is worried about Stella getting hurt or something like that. So there's that going on. I think she is definitely cares about Stella. I think she's just more worried that Stella's gonna be her own worst enemy and get herself hurt. But I do like that we're able to kind of connect more with Tabitha. I'd like to get to know Kanika better because she seems to have a very level head on her shoulders. So I think we'll kind of delve deep more into that later. I like Stella too. I think she's gonna end up getting herself killed. Winifred, I swear to God. Anyway, that's all that going on for now. So I think there's something going on with the relationship between Wayne and Tabitha, and maybe something with Pearl-Ann. Maybe Pearl-Ann killed Wayne and somehow he's brought destruction. I don't fucking know. Anyway, I think it's something to go along with that. We'll find out later, but for now, that was episode 2. I know I said I was going to break these up, but they've been going so quick. The one time I actually pay attention to the time and trying to be mindful, I'm blowing through these things. And when I'm not paying attention is when it's going to be like a 3-hour episode. So we will leave this off here for now. And I just have to remember every day is a chapter. So like there's not going to be a tomorrow. Like the tomorrow would be the next chapter. Is one thing I have to remember. I kind of keep an idea of where we are time-wise. So I got to be more mindful of that. I think as we go on, the chapters will get longer, so maybe I will break them up into 2 parts. I don't know yet. I'll try to be more mindful of where we're at and what's going on. But for now, we're going to leave this off here. So thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to chomp down that like button if you did like it. Leave a comment down below with any other game suggestions that you'd like to see from me. Share this channel with your friends, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already to see other videos that I've done. I will see you all for the next one.